here we are on again. This is just a quick update to talk about some of the things that I've just been doing. I just got a MySpace account set up, so yeah, you'll be able to... I've actually put a number of different, I guess, just sort of bits and pieces and links to myself, or to stuff, links to myself. That sounds very egocentric. Links to different things basically that I've written and put up, which you'll be able to have a look at. There was one thing in particular Linux related which some of you might be interested in having a look at. I apologise again for how dark the camera is. It's actually during the day here at the moment, nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So silly me, I actually thought that I was going to be able to get some sort of visibility. That was fairly naive. Yeah, so I can't get it any more visible than this, as much as I've tried. As you can probably see, I've pulled the blinds back on the window, so you'll be able to see the window behind me. You just can't really see my head, which is sort of... I'm also aware that there's part of the monitor blocking the camera, but I have to put the camera there because the cord kept making it fall off. So, anyway, after that incredibly stimulating detail of me wrestling with my camera, I guess there really isn't all that much else. Yeah, I more just wanted to mention the MySpace page at the moment. Although one of the other things that I wanted to just talk about very quickly was actually what I've been reading about bird flu recently. And I'll just try and adjust the camera a little bit again here. I probably shouldn't do that while it's actually recording, but I wanted to talk about what I've been hearing about bird flu in the sense that I'm on a particular mailing list, and there have been a number of people there who've been saying essentially that they're pretty scared at the moment about everything that's going on with it. I really believe that the media or some other irresponsible people, I'm not exactly sure who, have been creating more hype about that than, from what I've been seeing anyway, is justified by the reality. There are still, as far as I know, at least under 150 global fatalities as a result of the disease. I mean, I know that there have been a lot of alarmists and doomsayers have been talking about this global pandemic, which is supposedly just going to kill everyone. I really don't believe that's going to happen. One of the main reasons why I don't believe it's going to happen is because the mutation, that is the part of the virus which allows it to jump from birds to human beings and from one human to another, is still very unstable. And I mean, look, I'm not a virologist, but I really haven't read a lot to indicate that that actually is going to happen at all, really, or certainly not anytime soon. I mean, obviously, yes, the virus does have an unstable capability of jumping from birds to people, but it's really not anywhere near as big as what some people have been saying it is. So I just wanted to try and, if there's anyone watching this and that's one of the things that you're worried about, don't be, because I really think that there are sort of much more dangerous or genuinely real dangerous things sort of to be worried about. So yeah, I really don't think bird flu is actually going to be that much of a big deal at all. And that's actually one of the things, now that I think about it, that I actually want to do sort of as a regular thing on here. I don't know whether I'd really call it a segment, but just sort of debunking or refuting or offering my own perspective anyway on some of these sorts of apocalyptic, alarmist, doomsayer sort of stories that are doing the rounds. I mean, we've got bird flu, we've got the war on terror, we've got... I think if there is any sort of conspiracy or any sort of thing along those lines at all, there seems to be some sort of fairly large campaign going on between governments to actually keep people scared. And I think one of the main reasons for this is because as long as people are scared, they're not going to question the status quo. You know, they're just going to be good, compliant little consumers who aren't going to essentially question basically anything that the powers that be, in inverted commas, do. And yeah, essentially aren't even really going to see sort of the bigger picture, let alone, sort of really question it. So I think that is the major thing. Keep everyone in a state of fear, keep everyone in a state of panic, keep society in a state of perpetual emergency, and you've sort of got the top sort of 5, 10, 15% of the population in that sort of scenario being able to run things exactly the way they like it, while sort of the other 85 to 95% of the population are essentially controlled by these people. I mean, I am seeing a lot more resistance actually to that sort of thing and a lot more identification of it. But I think I wanted to mention bird flu in particular and some of these other things just in order to point out to people how these sorts of things are instruments of that, are instruments of the sort of ongoing global fear campaign, basically, that's being spread. Anyway, surprisingly enough, I've just crossed the 7-minute mark. I'm going to go and play some World of Warcraft now. Oops, pardon me. But I'll talk to everyone soon, and I'll do another edition of this within the next couple of days or so. I hope what I was saying then wasn't too controversial, but yeah, I just feel as though, I mean, there's not really a whole lot that any sort of one of us can do at this point, or it feels like that, but sort of if there is one small thing or any small thing, I feel like this, YouTube, all of this is essentially the one small way in which we can try and change things. Anyway, maybe that's a bit, I don't know, idealistic and ridiculous, but, well, no, actually I don't think it is. Anyway, I'll shut up now and I'll upload this. I'll see you later.